Thank you all for allowing me to come and share with you guys for a few minutes today about foundation. It was really tough to follow panties and butt dust all in one luncheon, but I'm going to give it a shot. Wow. I definitely need to join the Rotary. This is pretty, I had no idea. Oh, geez.
We're on a good behavior.
Oh, you guys are good. All right. Well, I want to talk to you about the Jennifer Wynn VANCIL Cancer Foundation for a few moments. But before I tell you the what, I got to tell you the how. How did we get started? And our story is not a lot different than maybe stories of you guys here in this room today. I dare guess that many of you sitting in this room have been impacted maybe personally or in your family, or a dear friend have been impacted by cancer, and so has my family as well. In this case, it was actually my wife. And so I just want to tell you a little bit about our story. You meet that somebody special, and I know it's hard to believe that's actually me on the left-hand side. I did have hair one time, but that's me in 1997. My bride and I were met. Jennifer Wynn Albright is the sister of my sister-in-law, Tim, who is married to Michelle. That's our connection there, and they are very near and dear to our heart, obviously. And our first child was born in 1999. Thank God he wasn't born that size, but he was a whopping 7 pounds. That's my son Isaac, born in 1999. To Jennifer and I. We lived here in Illinois, and maybe like some of you guys here, in 1999 I turned, well, maybe not everybody turned 30 in 99, but I turned 30, had my first child. I'm married for just a little bit over a year, and I'm thinking, what in the world is going on? So I took off for Atlanta, Georgia. I said, I'm getting out of this town, I've got to go someplace else. And so we moved on to Atlanta. And in Atlanta, things just began to really take off for our family. We bought our first home, a beautiful home in Jefferson, Georgia, if you're familiar with that neck of the woods, kind of in a rural area, acre and quarter of land. We were just loving life. Things are just going great. And then our sweet Georgia Peach, that's her, Lauren. She was born in a town called Snellville, Georgia. And their motto is, everybody is somebody in Snellville. So Lauren was born in Snellville, Georgia, and life was just going fantastic. And then in 2005, my wife was having a couple of complications that I didn't even know about. She never told me about them. Decided that she'd go see a doctor. Doctor ordered a colonoscopy, and then at the tender age of 28, sitting across the table from a doctor who had performed the colonoscopy, we received the news that she had stage 2 colorectal cancer at just at 28 years old. And I was just dumbfounded. I had not been impacted personally by cancer at this particular juncture of my life, and was just really didn't know what to think. And so those words are they're tough to hear, tough to swallow, and tough to process what you're going to do. So what did we do? I want to tell you the rest of our story. 3 surgeries, a permanent ostomy, 2 rounds of radiation, meaning a total of 12 different radiation treatments at different junctures. Chemotherapy off and on, but 2 years straight before she passed away. Holistic treatments, consultation at MD Anderson in Houston, Texas, because they were the best of the best. And finally, a trail to Sarah Cannon Cancer Research Institute in Nashville, Tennessee, that is connected to Vanderbilt University. And my wife, my bride, my best friend, the mama of our 2 children, won her 7-year battle with colorectal cancer. July 15th, 2012, she went home to be with God, and standing by her side was our 2 children, Isaac, 13 years old, my daughter Lauren, 10 years old, and I, playing some worship music. We watched her slip on to heaven on that glorious day. During the 7-year journey, there were so many stories that we could tell, but I'm just going to focus on one. We made memories through that journey. We made memories that sustained us. Memories like this. Maybe many of you guys, we had the blessing to go to Disney several different times, and this was our first trip to Disney, I believe, for maybe our second trip to Disney for Christmas time with the entire clan. We had a great time there. Memories at North Captiva Island back in 2009. Again, it was a family venture. You don't see the whole clan, but my wife and I renewed our vows on beautiful North Captiva Island just off the coast of Florida in the Fort Myer area. Memories in California, hanging out in Hollywood, and my wife really enjoyed, not necessarily Hollywood, but driving up Highway 1 in the Malibu area. Or, you know, not too far down the road, I know you can't tell that that's Branson, but we're in Branson, Missouri, enjoying a couple of Thanksgiving times there in Branson, or the times that we spent in so many other different places. It's those memories that we reflect upon as a family. I remember one time my daughter even said to me, we were watching a video, because most of the things that we see of my wife are pictures, and we have wonderful memories. And but we were watching a video. It was a Christmas video. We're opening presents, and everybody, for the most part, is pretty happy. And Lauren, my daughter, looked at me and said, "Well, Daddy, why isn't Mom smiling?" And the memory that is burned in my daughter's mind is that every occasion that she had with her mother was one where she was smiling. And it's just wonderful. And it's those memories, again, that have sustained us over time. So we reflect back, and those times together as a family, taking a break from the rigors and frustrations, the worry, the disbelief, the pain, the frustration, the strain of cancer, that we've, along with peace from God, we found hope and joy and a beautiful today for a bright tomorrow. With a heart full of love and a mind full of memories and a passion and love to serve those in a situation similar to ours, we launched the Jennifer Wynn VANCIL Cancer Foundation. I'm going to show you a quick video, and then I'll come back. You know, you're probably wondering, why do I have that there? Let's show you this video real quick.
The Jennifer Wynn VANCIL Cancer Foundation exists to help families that are facing cancer to create memories that will last for a lifetime. Cancer ravages the family financially, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. While there are numerous organizations that admirably tackle the elimination and education of cancer, our mission is to help families experience quality time together through vacations, specially arranged trips, outings, or other events, with the sole purpose of building memories that will last for a lifetime. The goal of the JWVCF is to provide these experiences at no cost to qualified candidates. We are proud to be partnered with Dr. Andrea Wang-Gillam from the Division of Oncology, Washington University School of Medicine.
First, I'm so honored you asked me to be part of it. I can think about so many of my patients, would need this. Would love to have the support from Foundation so they can spend some quality time with their young children, create some fun memories. Because in this world, we know, medical bills are flying left and right. Those emotional roller coaster with the diagnosis and treatment. People are exhausted, the family are exhausted, the kids are exhausted. So I think that this is definitely something to put the whole family together, kind of block everything else, and to have good memories. So I really applaud your effort for this, actually thinking about it, we're actually now, form this foundation. I share this with my nurse and, some of my staff, as well as some of the patients. And I think that they're so grateful just to hear that somebody actually are doing it.
And Dr. Johanna Bendel from Tennessee Oncology, who said, "I think your efforts with the foundation are amazing. I would be happy to refer patients and their families to you when you are ready. Many thanks for including our team here and for letting us know about this resource." In a world that is moving at hyperspeed and becoming more cocooned than ever, we believe that together we can make a difference in the life of a son, a daughter, a husband, a wife, a family, by providing them an opportunity to make beautiful memories that will carry them through the trials and tribulations they may face during their journey. The Jennifer Wynn VANCIL Cancer Foundation, helping families create memories that will last for a lifetime.
Oops, sorry. So that gives you a little bit of an idea. So let me tell you about the goal. The goal is real simple. Said it in the video, but There's so many just admirable organizations that are doing all kinds of different things. We wanted to focus on one very simple, and because I'm just a simple guy, is how can we help families build memories that'll last for a lifetime so that ingrained in the minds of the children, that all they'll think about is mom or dad, all they did was smile. And so that's what we set out to do. So while there's numerous organizations like that, our mission is to help families build quality time together through vacations, specifically arrange trips, outings, other events. The goal of the foundation is to provide these experiences at no cost. Our target audience is this: families with children from birth through high school. Why did I pick that? It's a very targeted audience, I understand that. We picked it just because I was personally impacted by that. And I found through our research there's lots of organizations that, like Make-A-Wish Foundation, that focuses on children and having that, but not many folks that I found were focused strictly on where a parent was dealing with cancer and there's kids still living at the house that's impacting the whole family. And for me personally, I know how I was impacted personally by it, being a caregiver, being someone that was working a 40-hour plus a week job, volunteering at my church, running my kids here and there, and actually putting folks on helping with a schedule around the house by having people come and help me take care of my wife, and to which I thank Michelle and Sherry and so many that came and sat with her and helped us continue to maintain her care. So you heard what Dr. Andrea Wong-Gillum said there again. We'll just take a look at that. It's so wonderful that you're launching the foundation. I have lots of patients. So how do we get the patients? That we get them through leads from the oncologist. And I know we've just now met, I'm an incredibly emotional guy. And so when somebody tells me about a situation, I'm the oldest of 3 boys, I'm a fix-it kind of guy. I got to help my little brothers, I got to help my mom and dad, I got to fix something. So when I hear about a cancer situation, I immediately want to jump in and do something. Thank goodness for the board who helps guide me, and thank goodness for 2 oncologists that are very loving and give us leads. So the way that we select families is Dr. Wong-Gillum, who was my wife's oncologist. When we're ready, when funds are available, I'll contact her and say, what family do you have that meet the criteria? Right now, we're currently working with a family, and I'll show you their photo in a moment. They have 7 children, and that was quite an overwhelming experience. As a matter of fact, as sidebar, forgive me, I'm the kind of guy that if I see a squirrel, I'm going to chase it. So I'm going to follow the squirrel down this path for 1 second. Last night, I actually had an opportunity to go to their home. Second time I've been in their home, third time I've been with this family. We're getting ready to send them to Destin, Florida, to a 20-bedroom home. Or not a 20-bedroom home. However, it can accommodate 20 people because we're sending 18 on this trip, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second. But what I didn't see out of the foundation was I thought we're going to love some people, we're going to send them away on some trips with the help of just kind folks in the community like you guys and some business partners, so on and so forth. And what I didn't expect was sitting at a dining room table with a wife who her husband is in bed passing of pancreatic cancer. 7 children, 3 of the girls are there in the home. They had just bought chickens because he was really excited about building a chicken coop. I'm not sure what that was all about, but he was really excited about his chickens. And as they begin to blitz myself and Kelly Corday, who is one of our board members, with all kinds of questions about what it was like as you went through this journey, as we sat there for an hour and explained, some of the process that we went through and how we could possibly love them and care for them through this process. So it's been a very emotional but rewarding opportunity to do all this. So that's how we get the families. Our target budget per family is $8,500 to $10,500, $10,500. And I'm going to show you a video testimony from the first family that we sent, which was actually one of our now board members. And here you go, Kelly and her family.
When we first started talking about this trip, we didn't know what was just ahead of us. We knew, when you have somebody in your family who has cancer, it's a lot of treatments, it's on a regular basis, it's chemo every 3 weeks. Kind of plan your life around that. He ended up with pneumonia and in the hospital. And so in the midst of planning this trip, we have this hospication where literally all of July was in the hospital, and 8 days of that were in the ICU. He had to have life support. So there was a point in the middle of all that where I just sat next to him and just spoke this vacation into him. And it was within 2 weeks that we were able to actually finish recuperating on the beach. It was beautiful. I can't think of a better place to recuperate.
It's really easy after coming out of an event like that. And I wake up and I have all these fears. And one of the things that I had to get over quickly is the fear of worrying too much about what can happen. I just had to get this attitude of, I'm not just trying to live. I need to live life. And living life is with my family and doing things. And I really cherish that opportunity.
And it's such a huge break for our family too. They had been through some stuff. I mean, cancer's hard, and a lot of their lives have revolved around how Dan's feeling, what the next treatment's going to be. And you get to the point where you don't always have things to look forward to get everybody together on a healthier note, to have time together. Our son from the Air Force to meet us there and to meet his girlfriend. We hadn't gotten to meet yet. There's no way to even convey our gratefulness. I usually plan our family vacations. They would have never planned something so extravagant at a time where we didn't even realize going into it how much we really, really, truly needed the time there, and just the connection that we had. We're just really grateful. Thank you.
So that's Kelly Corday, otherwise known as Cheryl Friedman. She's a midday talk show host for 99.1 Joy FM and is one of our board members, and we sent their family on a getaway. Dan actually passed January 10th of this year after a 4-year battle with stage 4 lung cancer. And as you heard her say, he was in ICU just 2 weeks prior to taking that vacation that we were blessed to be able to send them on. So that's just a little bit of how we got started, why we got started, what we do, how we pick the families, kind of our budget. Again, our current family, this is them, the Singer clan, beautiful family, Stacy Singer and his wife Maureen, and again, it's just an extended family. And I went over, again, I'm a softie, and so I went over and told them, hey, our budget's $8,500, it's a 10.5 max. Let's talk about your vacation. And they totally cool with it, understood everything as they begin to tell me their story, and that for the last 18 years they've gone to the Destin, Florida area. This particular year they weren't going to be able to go because of all the expenses, so on and so forth, and the home that they typically would rent was not available, and they always got a big price break because the owner they knew. And I thought, oh man, isn't this incredible? It's just great timing. And so when they told me 18, I thought, well, we'll see if we can figure that out. So, and then the time that they were all together, just to give you an idea, the home that we're sending them to, which took us, it was a real challenge to find the home, but $9,000 just to send them to this particular location. So, and thank God we had the funds, again, thanks to our partners. So, tough decisions are made by our board of directors. I want to tell you who our board of directors are. Sandy Pippins, Christy Kelly, who's a former vice president of Better Business Bureau in St. Louis, Andy Clegg, who is vice president of Cassidy Turley in St. Louis, Kelly Corday, whom I just mentioned from Joy FM, and Dick Snyder, former vice president of administration from Lewis and Clark Community College. Those are our board members, and that's just a little bit about the organization. We're a 501c3 taxable organization. We just got that status. We've been working on it. That's a whole nother story. I won't follow that squirrel, but I will tell you that that was a long process, that inexpensive for us to get going, but I'm very proud to have that status. And again, thank you guys. That's just a little bit about our foundation, what we do, why we're doing it. And we're thankful for this community, because this community has jumped on board and supported us. And then through my job, I have friends and family extended, if you will, all throughout the nation, and they've been very, very kind to support us, as well as some incredible business partners here throughout the community. So that's the foundation. Thank you guys so much for your time and your interest.